Hi everybody, welcome to Backward Benny Builds, and today we're taking a look at the fourth entry in my LUG-MOC series. This is the Santa cycle, I guess. So for a more in-depth description of what a LUG-MOC is, feel free to check the details below, but to make a long story short, this was built for December 2019, so Christmas time. And our parameters were simply use some parts from this set as seed parts. So each person got one of these sets and they could open them up and use as many or as few of the parts inside as they could. So this is what I came up with. It's a lot like if Santa Claus just decided to trade his sleigh in for a souped up motorcycle slash snowmobile and wanted to deliver presents in style. So I guess we'll just go front to back. So starting up at the front here, we've got actually Rudolph, and he's sitting in like a little red pod here basically. So it's not much of a sidecar, it's just like a hood mounted seating position, and then there's some gold ski or skids, is that what you might call them? For sliding over snow and ice, because this is meant to be tackling some colder environments. Rudolph here has a little red collar on, red nose, two pretty small horns because I think he's supposed to be smaller than the other reindeer, and then a black shiny flight mask basically. Continuing farther up the hood, I guess, or the main shaft from which the front assembly is mounted, there's a couple of white shields here used as intakes, I suppose, some lights on the sides, and then just some more detail work. Most of the white pieces here are from that space set, so that's that. As it starts to slant down toward the driver's position, you have some gears here on the sides as greebling, some holly or mistletoe maybe on either side of the vehicle for more detailing. And then we get to the big man himself. Santa Claus has this massive control panel with a lever, red light, green, some sort of reading system. I have really no idea what these would do, but it's a dashboard of some sort, and then a green and red transparent cheese slope on the other side as well. He's got a big gold mount for his handlebars and a massive leather throne with this white almost inverted triangle, which kind of makes it look a little bit villainous, but I don't know, maybe that's like a fur or a fuzz kind of border to it, and the brown is leather. I don't really know, but that's another part from the set. So I just think it looked really cool, and so that's where he sits. He's got his massive throne there, and then on the sides we have I'm not sure what to call those. Would those be pistons, or maybe exhausts? But no, they're not exhausts. So they're probably pistons, but that's just some of the side paneling of the car. And then continuing toward the back, we have two massive gold exhausts, and those would give this thing a whole ton of speed and allow it to just go absolutely flying over any terrain it was about to tackle. We've got a massive wheel at the back for the snowmobile, or exaggerated snowmobile style, and then all the details are still the same up around the side. So let's see, if I remove Santa from his seat, you can see that he's held on by two gray studs there, and that his hands are just at the right position to reach the handlebars, which allows him to look right over the front of this part here pretty perfectly. On the ground in front of him, or on the floorboards of the vehicle, we have this sack piece that's supposed to be his bag of toys and gifts and goodies that he's going to be delivering around the world, and there's just a single stud for it to sit on. So when he's about to go down a chimney He can either, you know, as he's getting out, grab the bag from the ground between his feet and hop out that way, or I also built in this little access door on the underside, so if he wants to, he can just open that up and it gives him access to where the bag sits as well. Another detail I wanted to mention that I don't believe I ended up including in the final model is that I actually created a sidecar for Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Blitzen, so the other 8 reindeer, and it just attaches to the side like that, and it would allow them to have spots to ride as well for a sidecar there. It just has one wheel at the end, and it rolls along next to this thing. Unfortunately, they were all the exact same build as Rudolph, with the flight goggles and everything, just with brown or black noses instead of the glowing red one, of course. But being held in with only one stud, they've all fallen out in the past year, and I'm not sure where any of them are. So that's what it would look like. I didn't end up including this in the final design anyway. And then that's what that looks like from the back. Maroon and dark red pieces are infamous for being brittle and just breaking really easily, so a couple of those have snapped and just fallen off, like literally broken in half. But for the most part, that's what the back of the seats would look like, and if I remove it again, it's pretty sturdy. That's what the underside looks like. It's all studs not on top construction. So that's that. Now, before we go, I just wanted to take a closer look at the figures. This Santa Claus on the left here is not custom at all whatsoever. It's directly from the LEGO City 2017 Advent Calendar. It was like build number 24, so the very last one you'd get right before Christmas Day. And I really liked it a lot. Didn't see anything that really needed to be changed. So yeah, him and the bag are both directly from that set. On the right here, we've got Rudolph, or part of Rudolph. This is his head and shoulders. So you can imagine that the rest of him is down inside that little pod on the front of the snowmobile, or he's being used as a headlight / hood ornament, whatever you choose to see that as. So it could go either way, I guess. But that's Rudolph, and then there would be 8 other reindeer with this similar build. Just the head and shoulders and brown noses for the sidecar, but of course I didn't include that and I lost them all. So yeah, those are the figures. So that's the MOC. Again, this is for Christmas or December 2019, so you know, it was gonna have a Christmas theme just basically inherently, and then we also used seed parts from this city space set, the satellite service mission. So that's the MOC. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.